Welcome to Shipping 101 with Zar and Thor. Today we have a vintage cookie jar. You can see right here, lovely piece of pottery. Just like we did, if you haven't seen it, you can watch the one on the ramekin lids. We're going to be turning the lid upside down, and that's going to give us a little bit less of a profile. So rather than having to go all the way up to 10.5 inches, which is a much bigger box, we can do it probably in a 10-inch box. This is about 8.5 inches tall. If I measure it from there, that's about 9 inches tall. Gives me a little space. Now, because this thing is there's so much volume to it, I'm going to get a bunch of air pillows. And we're going to drop those air pillows in first. And so I'm going to go ahead, and a lot of these are deflated, it looks like. Some of these I've acquired from a company that I buy stuff from. They ship them, around their stuff. And so I'm just going to pack it in until it's pretty good. And that's going to give us some good filling in our item here. Now, I personally am probably going to put it in a 10 by 10 box, and I want to try to measure how wide it is at its widest point here so I can figure out what I want to use. It's about 8 inches, so I'm going to probably use a heavy bubble around the main piece and a small bubble around the lid, because I don't want to add a whole lot of extra height to it, but I do need to give it a little more space that way. So I'm going to grab a couple of sheets of 12 by 12. It's just 12 by 12, small bubble. And I'm just going to put it on there, and I'm just going to wrap that up just as quickly as I can. And put some tape on there to hold it into place. And that is going to sit here when we wrap it in Big Bubble. So that's going to sit there. There's no way it's going to knock against there. The bubble's going to protect it from that. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the Big Bubble wrap. I use this to help keep the item from scratching, or if I accidentally slip and drop, I have some padding there just in case. This looks like I'm going to go ahead and take a couple here and just try to take three 12 by 12 sheets here. That should be enough to get it up and around the top. Just like that. Tape it. Oop, got a little bit of a rip there. That sometimes happens. We'll try to avoid that. I'm going to now kind of push down here. You can see I'm just trying to wrap it like a package. Christmas wrapping. And that's going to hold that. I'm going to come over to the other side. Didn't quite do it, so I'm going to grab another piece of bubble. And this time I don't have to go all the way up and over the top. So I'm going to put it around the outside. And so I'm going to go ahead and just grab that and wrap it right around there to protect that final piece. And that covers that little piece that I tore as well. Now just a quick tape over the top. Tape around the edges a little bit to hold it together. And I should be able to put that into a 10 by 10 box. So I'm going to grab myself one of my 10 by 10 boxes, 10 by 10 by 10, just a cube. We're going to get a 18-inch piece of hot tape, which my lovely assistant has magically made appear for me. You can hear the machine in the background. So now I have my 10 by 10 box, and I'm going to test it first, see if it fits in there. And it looks like it's just going to fit. I am going to have to put some packaging in the sides here to try to hold it in place. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down some foam to put on the bottom. To protect from shock. That's what it's all about, protecting things from shock. And I'll probably put another piece on the sides, or on the top, just enough to hold it into place. It should hold it into place. Now, there's a lot of extra space here, and there's a couple of different options that we could use to do this. You can see there's a lot of space. See if I can get a good shot of it down along the edges. We could fill that with air pillow. That's a quick way to do it. You can also do this if you don't have a bunch of air pillows. You've seen me use the cardboard. Typically for this one, what I would do is I'd fold it into a triangle and slip it down into the corner. And you can see there that that's going to provide a nice little cushion there to keep the item from moving. And it doesn't matter how big they are necessarily, just so long as they fit into that corner. They're triangular. Here we go, we got another one here. You can see that just fits right down in there along that side. And each of those are going to help just hold it in place when it ships. Because that's all that we're looking to do, is just hold that piece from moving in the box. And you can see there it doesn't move a whole lot. I may end up putting another couple of air pillows in there just to have that available to me. I have a little tool, and I'll show it in one of my subsequent videos. We're going to show you some of the tools that we use. This one, instead of having to buy like a big $3,000 air pillow machine, you can get something that's about 150 bucks. The challenge with it is it does it in singles. So you have these kind of single air pillows. You can see I'm using one of these single air pillows that we can blow up. It's kind of like a reverse vacuum cleaner. And we're just putting those along the side there to protect that from moving. So, no, we're good. I'm going to put it this way because I'm going to put something over the top here to hold that in place to make sure it's all together. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to put one last piece of foam over the top, and you can see that that's going to hold it really tightly. It's going to hold that tightly in place. It's going to provide it with a lot of padding, a lot of shock absorption. And now if we put another 18-inch piece of hot tape on it, we will be done except for buying the postage and putting it in the mail. And there you can see it's all ready now, probably right on there. My inventory number, etc., so that I can identify it really quickly, even though it's probably the same. Go ahead.
8092.
8092. And that is how I would package that particular cookie jar. This is Zar and Thor. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and until next time.